Hi there, and welcome to this week's coaching tip. I'm going to ask you a really simple question. What is not as good as it could be? And it's a great question because all of a sudden you look at all of the things inside of your life and inside of your business that just don't simply work as good as they could. And the reason they don't work as simply as good as they could is because maybe we haven't really thought about rebuilding things. And what I know is that the systems that get you to here are not the systems that will take you to there. And this is interesting because we're now starting to talk about scaling and really growing a business. And how I do it is something we call incremental growth. Now, incremental growth is thinking really differently about what it is actually is that we do as an agent and looking for the areas and the opportunities for improvement, because the more that we actually improve, the better that we can go and deliver our service. Now, there's something that we've worked on with Peter Knight from the UK for a long period of time, and it's something we call the WWW EBI. And what it stands for is what's worked well and even better if. So what's worked well? These are all the things that are going really well for us now on the inside of our business. And then the even better if is that these are the things that if we just did this, it would make it an even better outcome. So what worked well is that we turned up at the open home. Even better if we actually brought the key. And so now what we're doing here is we're starting to understand that incremental growth is about making sure, is that on the checklist, is that in our system, so that we can actually get better at what it is that we do. You see, I'm actually a believer that if someone's already done what we're about to do, then surely we can learn from them the lessons without us having to make the mistakes. And what does that mean? That means that we can use a checklist, we can use a dialogue, maybe we can use a form, maybe even we can use a visual aid to be able to tell the story to really understand what it is that we do. So to get better at what you do in a business, you need to get really clear about where the weaknesses are, where the things are that aren't going right, where the things that continually create friction. Because we need to understand that a reoccurring problem actually needs a solution. And if you don't have a solution to that reoccurring problem, then all you've got is more of the same reoccurring problem. And I meet agents like that all the time. They're always needing listings right now. They always don't have their database clean. They're always in a position that they can't get offers on properties. They're always in a position that they just don't trust fundamentally their assistant. And what these reoccurring problems are is that they're opportunities for growth. So get really clear about where the problems are in your business and actually start to look for that incremental growth and continue to challenge yourself around what's worked well and even better if. Now, you can even use this in how you give feedback to team members that you're working with. So let's say, for example, that someone's doing a great job, but you can see some improvement in their dialogue. What you could do is you could tell them what they've done great. So Hannah, what's worked well is I really liked how you got on the phones. I think your energy on the phone was great. The way that you were smiling was really good. Your opening dialogue for the customer, the questions that you were asking were great. But it would be even better if you just tried this little hook dialogue directly at the end of the conversation, and that's what will actually get you to conversion. So this is what I want you to think about. Incremental growth inside of a business is what sets you apart from your competitors and allows you to take markets by storm. I really hope you've enjoyed this week's coaching tip, and I look forward to seeing you next week.